Hi Gemini, welcome back to the channel and welcome to your very own September 2022 overview. We're going to get high level energies that are coming in for you just to see so we're aware and can navigate accordingly. Before we get started, I'm going to be using the singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that does not belong to this particular reading, to connect to you all as a collective, and then as a collective we will connect directly to source so we can receive the most accurate and relevant messages for you at this time. So if you would like to use this moment to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more the merrier. So let's get into it. Spirit, speak to me and through me. To the Gemini collective, please. Most accurate and relevant messages for the Gemini collective, please. I know a card flipped over, but oh, there it is. Right, most accurate and relevant information for the Gemini collective at this time, please, Spirit. What do they need to know? Oof, we got 2 5s out. Very first cards. Lots of competition and chaos and confusion and feeling left out in the cold and like you don't have enough, you can't make ends meet. Maybe you do have enough, but for whatever reason it doesn't feel like it. There could be something you want to purchase that you can't right now, a trip you want to go on that you have to hold off on because you don't necessarily have the funds, or it wouldn't be wise to spend what funds you do have. But definitely feeling left out is something that's a challenge for you at this time, and it could be a direct result of this competitive, conflicting energy that's kind of surrounding you right now. Maybe people just feel like you're a little bit too chaotic, you're a little bit too unpredictable for them right now, and people could be distancing themselves from you. As hard as that can be, there might be some distance between you and people that you once considered close. You could have gone to them for help, gone to them for advice, and they just were very short with you. Maybe didn't even respond to a text. That's a lot of cards. Okay, let's do these 2 first. There we go. There we go. Okay, good. This is very temporary, very fleeting energies. It's not anything that you're going to be in forever. It's not anything that's going to be ongoing, reoccurring, anything like that. This is just kind of like a moment in time where maybe even you're just feeling really agitated. You're feeling really aggravated. You could have a very short temper at this time as well, kind of jumping on people's cases or just being snappy and short yourself. And that could in turn be placing this distance between you and whoever it is. It could be more than one person as well. It doesn't have to just be one person. It could be kind of an overall theme for your life right now. Just, I don't know, pretty chaotic and not a good feeling. Nobody wants to feel like they don't have enough, or they don't have anybody to ask for help. They don't have any support, or they're kind of doing it all on their own and it doesn't feel like what they're doing is enough. In your past, though, lots of Leo energy, which is not surprising as we are just fresh off of Leo season, and this is the past. So to me, this is Leo season. This is you showing up very confident, very proud of yourself and what you've done. And maybe that's why this competitive energy just is showing up now, is because you put on, I want to say it, I was going to say display, but I feel like you were just really confident in yourself and your abilities, in your place in life, how you were doing, and it could have rubbed people the wrong way, and then they were like comparing themselves to you, and in turn, if they don't like what they see, if they're not on the same level, if they aren't up to par in their eyes, they could then distance themselves from you because they don't want to be reminded how far behind they are. They don't want to be reminded that you're doing what they want to do. They don't want to have to see it. You could have lost a lot of followers is also what I'm getting, interestingly enough. But it's only because you're very confident and you're very stable in who you are and presenting yourself. You are very attractive as well. You know that. You show up that way, and it could be intimidating for people. So, I mean, you could just be experiencing the results of that, right? But what you're moving into, don't mind any of that. I don't know why I've been shuffling for so long. I'm just gonna, because I started doing readings like this where I would just shuffle and do my opening, and then I would draw cards. But for whatever reason, I just got stuck shuffling the whole time. All right. You're moving into an energy of incredible planning, very strategic movements and moving pieces around. You have a very clear vision, but beyond having that vision now, you are putting pen to paper and coming up with ideas, tangible plans, how you're going to get from this point to this point. Business plans they could be focused on right now, or near future. So I would say end of Virgo season on into October, which is moving into Libra season. Yes. Yeah, so by the time Libra season rolls around, I see you putting a lot of focus on your plans, planning things out, making sure that there is, very solid footing under your vision, under your dream. And it's not just like a dream anymore. You have actual tangible, like a blueprint that you can follow. And that's a really good feeling because it takes things out of kind of like the vortex of this dream space, things that you daydream about, and puts it into workable 3D action steps that you can take progress towards, right? That's what we all kind of strive for, progress towards our goals. Whatever that goal is for you, I feel like this is fairly new or something that would be kind of in the beginning planning stages. Again, business plans. Maybe you've had a business for a while or a business idea and you've never really had a mission statement or an ethos, kind of what your business is and why you're here, essentially. And you could be finally doing that. It's a really good feeling, though. I like it a lot. In your mind space, the High Priestess. This could be a Pisces person who is on your mind a lot. Someone who is very ethereal, very kind of mysterious. They don't share a lot. Could also be a Scorpio. I mean, really any of the signs. We don't know everybody's placements, right? For their entire chart. So even if someone is a Capricorn, they could very much present Pisces because they have Pisces in 4 other placements. You know what I mean? So anyways, train of thought gone. Let me hydrate real quick. Uh-oh. I am so sorry if you guys can hear my son in the background. He is playing online and it gets a little rowdy sometimes. So yes, back to this person. I do feel more so like it's a person rather than you embracing this energy or being in this energy or putting your mental power behind stepping into this energy. I really feel like it is a person external to you that is heavily on your mind. It's someone who you find very intriguing. You find them very wise and very connected. Like they might have this like sixth sense. They can read you really well. They know what you're thinking really without you telling them. Very mystical being, and they can slip between these two worlds. When I say two, I mean like the physical and spirit world, and they can kind of move between them very effortlessly. And I feel like you're very infatuated with them, you're very intrigued by them, and you either want to learn from them or you want to get to know them so you can like pursue a relationship with them, date them. Very feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a female though. Just a very feminine, divine feminine energy to be exact. What is in your subconscious? Six of Wands. Really anything that you put your mind to, your subconscious is absolutely in support of that, and it's in support of seeing things through to the end, seeing the victory. That's kind of the unconscious programming that's moving you forward right now is victory and wins and triumphs in this energy that you know that these things are coming to you. You know that even if you do go through periods of conflict or competition or hardship, you will always come out with the victor. You will always come out on top. That's just the way that it is. And I feel like it's always been that way, and it always will be that way. Your advice from Spirit: focus on your bank right now. Focus on your investments. Focus on getting very specifically properties. Expand your property portfolio. If you already have a handful, 1, 2, whatever, expand and focus on those. If you only do have one, focus on putting money into it. Invest in it. Invest in yourself also. Save. Buy some land. Do all of these things that are going to set you up for very long-term, stable success. Like it's unshakable. There's nothing that could happen that could take this type of wealth and success and stability away. And Spirit is saying, focus on that at this time. Focus on expanding your bag, essentially, in your bank. Energies around you. Death. This does not have to be actual physical death, although obviously it could be, but more likely it is just an energy of people putting things to an end, finally laying things to rest, maybe something that they've been doing for a very, very long time. This is something that is very prominent, very major energy. So this is like marriages, long-term marriages, and businesses. All of these things that are sort of... Oh, shit. I didn't know you could see my face. Sorry. Sorry, I got distracted by the nature of things. But there very well could be a lot of sadness. Not necessarily surrounding you, but just in your external environment. Could be showing up a lot on your feed. World news, if you still watch the news, it could just be the overwhelming theme is endings. And again, that very well could be like actual, you've just experienced a lot of death. And when you talk to your friends or your family members, or you could just be noticing when you hear people talking throughout the day, maybe not even specifically to you, maybe just to each other, they talk about oh, my grandma just died and we're doing this and this and this with her estate, or my dad passed however long ago. You know, wow, those kinds of conversations that you're kind of picking up on. The good news about this is if there is anything that you want to wrap up, that you want to close out, that you want to move on from, now would be a really good time to do that. Kind of ride that wave and let it propel you towards that closure, maybe that you're looking for in certain aspects of your life or yourself, certain habits. Yeah. Hopes and fears. This to me indicates that you hope you have the stamina and the fortitude and like the thick skin. I'm getting like a really thick skin. You want to be able to defend yourself in any situation. All of your choices, all of your decisions, all of your actions, you want to be so firmly grounded in them that you can go to bat for them every single time and never waver. Like, this is not ever wavering or compromising your beliefs, your inner knowing. Like, people question, well, why did you just up and quit your job? That's not a very smart thing to do. How are you going to pay your bills? You've got 3 kids, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, listen, I know that this was the right decision, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to prove you all wrong. It's like, you don't ever want to lose that part of you that kind of proves people wrong. And then the flip side of that, your fear being, you won't be able to prove everybody wrong. Really. That's really it. It just got really dark in here, didn't it? The sun went behind a cloud. All right, the outcome for this. 2 of Wands. This is incredible focus and incredible drive, which I love to see. It comes before, where is it? The 3 of Wands, putting the pen to the paper. This is like, first comes the idea, right? With the Ace of Wands, you have that spark like, oh shit, that's a really good idea. And then it's like you kind of have, oh, there's our light again. And then you kind of have tunnel vision towards this thing, getting it off the ground, getting it started, getting the team together, putting the plans together, all of that stuff. You're laser focused on your next goal. I don't think it's the end goal. I just think it's your next, like your next big thing. But it's not your ultimate goal, if that makes sense. Interesting. All right, let's get a spirit animal and get any additional messages here. Spirit, speak to me and through me for the Gemini collective, please. Let us know what else is here. What other messages do we have for them at this time? Anything else we need them to know? Sea serpent. Oof. That gave me chills because I get this card quite often and I absolutely love it. Okay. And then we're going to do an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch. This is all 3 of their decks combined into one mega deck. Oh, there's our card. Divination. Card number 14. You could be June 14th babies. All right. This one, and what's divination? Okay. Shawan from the Shawan Oracle, which is... Well, you definitely can't see that. Good gracious. There it goes. This is the deck. Well, yes, this is the deck. One of the 3. All right, let's start divination. Card number 14. Guidance, reflection, insight. Cards, tea leaves, coffee, clouds, candlelight, flowers. There are dozens of ways to embrace the art of divination, a practice used to seek guidance from the divine, and part of a witch's toolkit for centuries. Everything here that we do together is an act of divination. I love it. All right. It is a beautiful practice that can help you see beyond what is immediately in front of you. It can show you hidden dangers and gifts, provide new ideas, and shut down old ones. Divination is a way to seek the advice of the powers that be while also showing hidden dangers and truths. I feel like it just said that, but okay. If you have pulled divination, you are being asked to explore your ability to receive guidance from the earth and the divine. Now it's time to go deeper into your practice, and you must learn to trust your own ability to feel your way into messages as well as your ability to interpret them. This card also means there is a need to take more time to reflect. It can be easy to get lost in the day-to-day without taking time to process everything you've been through. Something as simple as pulling a single card every day, either in the morning or evening, can help you make sense of the events around you. It can help you to see things that are overlooked or consider something that you would never have otherwise. Other forms of divination to try aside from pulling cards. That can be tarot or oracle. There are tons and tons and tons of oracle decks out there that give very specific and very on point messages. All right. Other forms of divination to try: automatic writing, bone reading, candle reading, dreams, flower herb divination, numerology, palmistry, runes, and scrying, which is my personal focus at this time, is to learn to scry. Or not learn, but see if I have the ability or to expand on my practice and include scrying, I guess I should say. Sea serpent. This is from this animal spirit guidebook, and she has them broken down into elements, and this is the spirit element. So let's see. Sea serpent: healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us to move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease, and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment, and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. This is the imagery of. Very sweet. Sea serpent in the second chakra, which I believe is what they call the sacral most commonly. It's one above. The root is your pelvis, and then the sacral is right up like the womb area. Subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the sacral. I'm just going to say sacral. I don't know that word, and I'm not a strong reader as it is. It's wherever it is. Right here. Anywho. Located deep within the pelvic bowl, this chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire, and is associated with the water element. This word translates into "in her own abode," indicating this chakra is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. If you are ready to tap into and awaken this really powerful energy, Kundalini meditations, yoga, exercises, practices are really good to get into and kind of release that sea serpent and allow that current of creativity to flow through you and to you. All right, guys, I love you all so very, very, very much. I will see you all next time. Bye.